You know, they say that in the game of golf, it's not necessarily the one that hits the fewest errant shots or makes the fewest mistakes that wins. It's who can recover from the mistakes that they make. And if you watch the career of Tiger Woods, if you watch this young man from the time that he was 19 and he was playing in the pro-ams as an amateur and then moving up through the ranks and the pros and that kind of thing, it wasn't that Tiger never duffed one into the woods or never shanked one on off into the rough somewhere. It was his recovery shots were unbelievable. I mean, he would come out from behind a tree and around over a hill and it was just absolutely incredible. It was his ability to recover from mistakes that defined him and isolated him as the number one golfer in the world. So if it's true for a professional athlete in a game like golf, why wouldn't it be true for you and I? You see, you show me somebody who says they've never made a mistake, and I'll show you a liar, right? Every one of us has done things that we're not proud of. We've reacted in ways that we're not happy we did. We've made mistakes, poor investments, bad judgment decisions. Every single one of us have things in our past that, you know what, we screwed up. Whether it was intentional at the time or was a complete accident, we've all made mistakes. Every single one of us in business, life, relationships, across the board. But where you end up at the end of the day, your score at the end of the round isn't about how many times you've screwed up. It's about how did you play the game after the screw up? Did you dwindle on it? Did you resent yourself for it? Did you dwell on it? Did you allow it to affect your future? In other words, if you're allowing the past to affect the way you think in the present, then it's also going to affect your future, which is going to affect your score at the end of the round, right? Some players hit a bad shot and they spend the next 3 holes brooding about it, but that's killing you. You're allowing the past to affect your present, which in turn is going to affect your future. We've all made mistakes. But if you want to be as effective as you can be in the moment of right now, which will give you what you need going forward to make your future as great as you can make it, you've got to be willing to acknowledge, I screwed up, that's what I did, I won't do that again, and press. And you've got to be willing to get past it and leave it behind. Which brings us to the word of the day. We hear a lot in personal development about forgiveness. We have to be forgiving. We have to greet the world every day with a forgiving spirit. And I believe that wholeheartedly. I believe we should be forgiving in every way. Some people believe that forgiveness is this magical thing that they must bestow upon people once they have, earned this forgiveness. Listen, forgiveness is not something that you do for others. It's something you do for yourself. Forgiveness is actually a pretty selfish act, really. When you forgive someone, you stop harboring the resentment and the negativity and the anger and the frustration that's holding you back and keeping you from taking on greater challenges and doing greater things and accomplishing your goals. Forgiving someone else is all about you. But do you know what's the most important person? Look, there was one person that if you forgave would triple, quadruple, quintuple your potential and unlock the reservoir of abundance in your life in whatever area you're pursuing it. That one person that you need to forgive more than any other, unconditionally, just acknowledge that they screwed up, decide it's okay, you forgive them, and you're ready to move on. That person is you. You see, it's not how many errant shots you hit, how many you duff into the woods. It's how do you recover? What's your recovery shot? What's your next move? Are you brooding over the mistakes in your past? Are they affecting your ability to see your future? Are they affecting the risks that you'll take and the challenges that you'll face and the way that you'll interact with others? Are you letting your mistakes from your past affect your thought processes today, which in turn limits your future? Or are you acknowledging that you've made mistakes, that we all do? Forgive yourself, move on, and face tomorrow with a brand new spirit of hope and optimism and belief in yourself and in what is possible for you. That is a choice that you get to make. And that's because ultimately, you are the most powerful person on planet Earth. You have the ability to design your own future one decision at a time, one moment of now at a time. So forgive yourself, unlock your potential, and go out there today and make it a great day.